A very good evening to all aspirants. Welcome to the Civilspedia's daily question analysis brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy. And in this session, we are going to deal with some of the questions which are taken from the today's morning discussion and which are very relevant to the UPSC prelims preparation as well as mains preparation. And if you haven't seen the morning video yet, please have a look at it. And if you haven't subscribed to the Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to receive the on-time notification. Let's get into the today's question discussion or question analysis. And the first question was, which of the following statement about Japanese encephalitis are correct? The first statement, it is a mosquito-borne viral disease, and the second statement, pigs are one of the reservoir host of the virus. And the third statement, currently there is no vaccine for this disease. Which of the above statement is or correct? Here they ask about the correct statement, and the first statement was correct because it is a mosquito-borne disease, because the vector of this disease was mosquito and it is a viral disease. So the first statement is correct, and the second statement is also correct because pigs are considered to be one of the reservoir host of this virus because they amplify or they have the load of virus in them, and they are transmitting the virus to the mosquito on biting of this animal, and it got transmitted to human by the mosquitoes. And we have to note that this Japanese encephalitis cannot be transmitted, or in minimal way possible that can be transmitted from human to human, because it cannot be transmitted without the involvement of any host like this mosquito, and it needs some vector, that is the mosquito, which needs to be transmitted for the transmission of this Japanese encephalitis between humans. And the third statement is incorrect because this there is a vaccine for the prevention or the control of this Japanese encephalitis under the Universal Immunization Program of India, and various other measures for the prevention, that is the National Program for the Prevention and control of this Japanese encephalitis as well as acute encephalitis syndrome. So the third statement is incorrect, and answer by eliminating the third statement from the option, we can easily arrive at the answer that 1 and 2 only is the correct answer. Option A is correct. And moving to the second question, and the second question is relevant to the Semiconductor Mission of India, which was discussed in the morning discussion about the creative economy. And the question is, it aims to build domestic semiconductor industry and reduce import dependence. Second statement is, it is implemented by Ministry of Science and Technology. And this question also they are asking about the correct statement, and the correct statement of, and with respect to the first statement, is absolutely correct because this semiconductor industry and the domestic production was the primary focus of this semiconductor mission, of this establishment of this semiconductor industry, and by making many clusters for regional production as well as indigenous production, and it will eventually, or it will subsequently, reduce the import dependence of India based on various other nations which are producing semiconductors, manufacturing industries as well as raw materials. And the second statement was incorrect because it is not implemented by the Ministry of Science and Technology, because it was implemented by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that is MIT. So by eliminating the second statement from the option, we can also we can easily arrive at the answer that first statement was correct, because we know that the first statement was absolutely correct. Moving to the third question, which of the following best defines bronchoscopy? And the statements are option A, a procedure to detect colorectal cancer in humans, and the B statement is a procedure to early detect possibility of developing cancer, and option C, a procedure to assess pulmonary health and early detection of cancer in lungs. Option D, a procedure to assess the bone health in the people. So by knowing, or we have to, if we came across some of the terms relevant to the broncho or bronchitis, we can easily know that this bronchio or bronchitis was very much relevant to the lungs of the humans. So we can easily know that it will be very relevant to the pulmonary health as well as the lungs. So by we can easily eliminate the option D from the list, because it is given that it was relevant to the bone health, so we can eliminate that. And we can also eliminate the first statement also, because that it is not very relevant to the colorectal cancer. So if there is a possibility of two options, and we have to know, eliminate, or we have to infer from this option, and the option 2, that is option B, was incorrect, because it is a very generalistic statement with respect to this bronchoscopy, because what is best defines bronchoscopy was asked, and it doesn't defines any bronchoscopy or any scope for this bronchoscopy in this statement. So the second statement was incorrect, and the answer for this question is the option C, that is a procedure to assess pulmonary health and early detection of cancer in lungs. So the bronchoscopy was relevant to lungs as well as the pulmonary health. And moving to the fourth question, and the question is with reference to the institution of Lokayukta in India, consider the following statement. Statement 1, the Lokayukta in each state derives its power and functions directly from the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013, and hence has uniform jurisdiction across India. Second statement, in all states, the Lokayukta has the power to directly prosecute public servants without requiring prior sanction from the competent authority. Which of the following statements are correct? And in this question also they are asking about the correct statement. With respect to the first statement, it was a correct statement. No, it was not a correct statement, because it doesn't derives the power directly from the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013, even though it got established under this act. This Lokayukta will be under the state's provision, and state has to define its powers and function, and each state has its own Lokayukta with its own peculiar powers and functions. So the first statement was incorrect, because it doesn't doesn't have any uniform jurisdiction across India. So the first statement was incorrect, and the second statement was also incorrect, because it was not all states have the power to prosecute or directly prosecute the public servants, as it is an ombudsman for the anti-corruption. So this does not involve the taking prosecution action against any public servants directly. It involves some require prior sanction from the competent authority, and it was also under the jurisdiction of the states, which defines the powers and functions of this Lokayukta. So the second statement is also incorrect. The answer for this question is neither 1 and nor 2, because both the statements are incorrect. Moving to the mains practice question, and the question is analyze the opportunities and challenges for India with regard to the mineral mining in Africa. So we have to address this question from the opportunities point of view of India, as well as the challenges ahead of India with respect to the mineral mining in Africa. So the opportunities may be of diversified in nature with respect to the economic activities, as well as the market capturing activities, and also the strategic and security side of this opportunities can be addressed in this question. And we have to also address the challenges for India. Based on the opportunities, we can easily derivate some of the challenges with respect to this India on mining and mineral mining in Africa, because various other challenges involves the local involvement, as well as the infrastructure gaps and funding of infrastructures, which also to be addressed in this challenges for India. And we have to give an overview about the mineral mining and the African resources which are unexplored or yet to be explored, and which are not yet marketized from the global point of view. Moving to the next mains question, the question is the economic growth depending more on service sector is not sustainable. Discuss. And in this question we have to address or the focus more on the service sector sustainability, as well as the less scope for the manufacturing or industry sector to thrive. So we have to address in a balanced manner, and we have to discuss it like a by addressing the pros and cons of this service sector, as well as the overall point of view of economic growth from the other sectors involvement. and please post the answer in the comment section given below. We will evaluate and give feedback in the comment section itself. With this, we came to the conclusion of this video. Hope you guys like the video. Please share the video to your friends, and please subscribe to the Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel and stay in touch with us by clicking the bell icon to receive the prompt notification. Thank you. Have a good day.